you think Slardar is gonna just be a 4 here, or?
I don't actually know. That's a good point.
We've seen in the past Slardar like going to 1 position. We've seen that as a solid 3, but
I mean,
I think given the current lineup, it's just gonna be a 4. Right?
That usually means that you're gonna have a carry from the mid lane, though.
Sure.
And we're gonna see a Phantom Lancer come out. Phantom Lancer, I think, got pretty buffed.
Sure.
In my opinion, his level 25 talent now gives him the damage he really needed. It's something that he didn't. He kind of like fell off against certain heroes 1v1 because of his inability to do damage after they, lose all their mana. But
don't forget that Phantom Lancer, one of his original weaknesses is that despite being a very farm core, he can't really do Roche.
Right.
Now your illusions don't get one shot by Roche anymore. They only do 20% damage against Roche.
But it's still something.
It's actually like he gets illusions so quickly.
So quickly.
Yeah. Once you get to level 20, you get 4 more max juxtapose illusions, which is pretty insane.
But the Phantom Rush range is... I mean, honestly, I think the Phantom Rush range is better, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you want more illusions, but... I mean, you got Surge in this game. Does that change your mind about... we'll see. Phantom Lancer is going to hit 20 this game.
Yeah. I mean, the Phantom Rush range is pretty good, though. Because, right, I think without the talent, it's something like 900. So if you have the talent, if you see them, and you're within blink range, you're going to sprint right towards them. So it's a really strong, like, chasing ability, I guess. I honestly think if you're at that stage of the game where you're 20 on your PL and you're winning, I think that's probably the better choice. But if it's kind of even, maybe the illusions will do a lot more. But you have to remember, this is a 4th pick PL, so maybe we'll see Sven here.
From DC?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to see a Storm instead.
Why Storm? This
Beats me.
I'm really surprised to see this. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's not much lockdown, right? At least.
There's Shaman. But yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you're playing Storm and you only see one Shaman who can stop you, you just jump on the Shaman, right? What can he do?
That's fair.
I mean, I definitely like the pick. I'm just...
At the same time, you also want Storm in a game where there's a ton of free picks. And so far, I don't see any free picks. But even Shaman can sort of defend himself against the Storm Spirit. So...
I mean... You don't want to like all in by yourself, If you can go for it, that's great. But usually you have to kind of anticipate multiple Puros at all times.
I mean, I agree with that point. I'm just saying, like, there's no, like, let's say, Ancient Apparition or some squishy int support that you could find in jungle, get a free kill, and move on with your life.
I think Shaman fulfills that role.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's squishy enough.
He hacks you, he drops the horn, there's a shotgun, you're like, ah, shoot.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to assume, he's only going to do it when he has Bloodstone and one item, for example.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see if Storm's going to have a good game. We're going to see Viper being banned out, which is the hero that we kind of theorycraft in the backstage.
I still think they need someone who can cleave. I still think, Sven is pretty good here. Don't you think so?
I am worried about the lane against both Undying and Darkseer.
That is a good point.
The question is whether Undying is going to be paired up with Darkseer, because Darkseer traditionally wants a little bit more experience for himself. Same thing with Undying.
That's a really good point.
That's a very scary lane, right, for a melee core. Ooh, we're going to see the Necro instead.
Ooh. So they're going to go with the magic damage route for clearing out illusions. Storm, I think you buy Kaya on Storm, and your remnants should do more than enough to clear out illusions. And then
Are you still on the Kaya thing?
I think it's really good.
By the way, you used to never see Necro picked into PL because PL Diffusal Blade just is jokes against Necro. But now Diffusal Blade does not purge. So we're going to see...
Dude, easy solution. Just get a... What's the new purge item? Necrobook,
Necrobook. Right? I got Necrobook the other day. No, I'm telling you, Darkseer should get Helm Denominator.
And someone else should get Necrobook.
Well, Helm Denominator, just you find that Satyr creep. And then you just purge.
I mean, you definitely want another option, right?
Yep.
You don't want to limit yourself to just one Satyr creep and hope for the best. I think having Necrobook would be nice, but
who's gonna buy the Necrobook?
I think Undying could do it.
Okay.
Even Shadow Shaman could do it. I mean, it's good for both of them.
I mean, as good as Necrobook is as an item, I feel like there are more important items for both of those heroes to go for.
Okay, that's
namely
fair.
Ags. Or let's say a defensive item like a Glimmer Cape or something.
Fort Staff's very good here too.
Sure.
Lotus Orb, potentially.
Which draft are you favoring here?
If I was to go off of previous patch, I would say that I like
We're not
DCs.
in the previous patch right now.
But that's the thing.
Okay.
I think
Just give me a gut feeling.
my gut
reaction.
feeling right now is that I feel better about DC's lineup.
Okay. Any particular reason here, or?
Just because all their heroes are able to fight very well in the mid game. You don't need too much.
Okay.
You don't exactly need to have everyone farm too much. Your Nature's Prophet can get that done, and everyone else can just go for pickoffs. You can go for a very aggressive Necrophos build, in my opinion, just to make sure you're able to secure the Reaper kill.
Okay. I'm gonna go with VGJ Storm, not just just to be different. I actually think that Dragon Knight had a big buff in this patch, which is we're gonna see a relatively late smoke coming out here from Digital Chaos. The Dragon Knight buff it's so amazing when it comes to mid and late game. The fact that you could reduce a ton of their actual right click damage.
Is it base damage, or did they specify that it's just like all damage?
All damage.
It's
now.
all damage, right?
All damage
yeah, that's
now.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, they ran into Boba.
All right, Boba. Smoke pass. I don't think he'll die here unless there's some nice body block. That was a big crush range, getting all three. Yeah, you give him that taunt, Francis Lee.
The classic.
That is the best taunt in the game.
No, I actually am a big fan of the Lifestealer one now.
Oh, that.
Dancing on the
Did you
Cyclone.
see the clip where he had a haste rune, or he even have a haste rune? He just got chased around the whole map.
I was in that game.
You were in that game.
That was a qualifier game.
All right. So we do see both mid players, I believe, parked at the
they're
room.
gonna go fight here.
Well, I don't know if you want to walk up that hill. Francis Lee gonna get crushed. He does have the Iron Shot on himself. He needs to actually pop a little bit more HP, but he should be fine. And of course, both mid players gonna TP to the tier 2. That seems to be the way to go now for
to get the block in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a double Salve start for Dragon Knight because
Yeah,
there is no longer PMS.
He took his Dragon Tail as well.
That's because they tried to go for the kill.
But this is actually a pretty big deal now, right? Because you don't ever want Dragon Tail to maybe like level 5 when you're going for like a kill attempt.
He's gonna get harassed now. Oh, he is not
Okay,
having
Dragon
it.
Tail did some work there again, I guess. So
Well, prevented the first blood. What is happening? There's 4 heroes mid. They're gonna jump around lanes right now. They want to dodge some of these matchups right now.
but they have teleport squirrels. Why didn't they just TP?
Well, the thing is, if he TPs and the other team
Just
has
TP?
TPs, yeah, they're just gonna TP.
Then you walk, right? Don't you TP first? I don't know.
I guess they see value in.
I figured this is something we're going to see a lot, right? Because everyone starts with free TPs, we're going to just have musical lanes for the first 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. And now DC are going to get the matchup they want. I think they want to put this Necrophos against the Darkseer, one of the better matchups. And no one is in the bottom lane.
Well, that is a better matchup if you think that it's going to be a normal lane, right? Because one thing that Darkseer can do is just creep skip completely. And I think that lane suddenly becomes pretty good for the Darkseer.
I think at that point it's just kind of trading farm. You know, there's
Right, but Darkseer can farm the jungle, and Necro can't. Necro is tanking the whole creep wave, and
oh, this bottom lane doing a lot of work. Winter Wyvern getting in a ton of damage with the Arctic Burn. And here we go. Bulba gonna start the bounty rune hunt.
yep. Ooh, there's a DD in the bottom river as well.
So Mason's gonna go for the bounty rune. I wonder if he runs towards the other one. Oh,
No,
he
no,
doesn't.
no. I think you just missed too much EXP in the lane.
But you have a TP.
At that point, is that extra tiny bit of gold from bounty even worth it?
No, it really isn't. Bulba gonna try to get some damage in, but that early Dragon Tail paying off. Uh-oh. Flea in a bit of trouble now, though. Double damage on Bulba is going to be a little problematic. MSS going to TP in as well. Looks like it's going to be first blood.
That is pretty rare to see an Undying dying first blood, especially after getting a 2-man decay. Generally one of the tougher hero to bring down.
Yeah, I think it was a little surprising for him to go in there especially after seeing Bulba with a double damage.
Yep, the Prophet porting in was absolutely critical for getting that kill as well, because the Fire Brief came out. And I think normally if the Prophet didn't come in, he would have been fine. So far as expected, Digital Chaos off to a good start, at least in the laning stage. Having Slaughter really helps in that regard.
I'm really curious, what do you think the Darkseer was kind of meant for? Normally you see Darkseers being picked up and then you have, you know, some kind of follow-up combo.
Yeah.
But here there's really nothing, right? I mean, I guess like there's AoE abilities, but there's no big disable. It's going to be very powerful still, but just kind of surprised to see it picked up without some type of big follow-up.
Yeah, I think it's picked more for the laning stage, more than the team fight that you're suggesting, right? Mm-hmm. The Darkseer Undying lane combination seems very scary. As we see another go on to Ritsu. Ritsu though...
Oh, Demon might be in trouble here.
Yeah, he should be fine. The trees is
providing
a little fog. Yeah.
But, you know, even without the disable, I think it's still going to have... Like, Vacuum is always very powerful, right? You're going to have Breathe Fire. Everyone's going to have no damage.
Yep. I mean, that's why I was a big proponent of the Helmet Denominator build. Not only are you taking off, you know, the Necro Purge, or Necro Ghost Shroud with the Purge, you can also get a Centaur and just, you know, set your own AoE. Bottom lane looks like PL is going to be in trouble again. They're going to switch target up onto the Rasta. Rasta taking a ton of damage. Looks like he's going to be going down as well. Tower not focusing on Boba. Boba is going to die. Good trade-off here.
No EXP gain. But, you know, early game, hardly any gold, hardly any EXP as well. You know what one of my friends did? His early off-lane strat was? I think they changed the early game bounty and EXP, and apparently it's so low that he walked into their tier 2 and cut the first wave and double waved it, and then just died to the tower.
That is too next level.
And then you get easy 2 waves.
Alright, we're going to see a smoke around on this DK. DK is very tanky, but I think he might be in trouble. Yeah, they're bringing 4 people in. Prophet's going to come in as well. Dragon Knight down to about quarter HP. Grit Sprout block. He's still stuck in there, surviving for a long time, but his allies coming in. No way to save him.
That was a great Sprout from MSS.
Yep. If he sprouted, the DK just cut out on the other side. The 4-man gank into the 4-man shrine, but it's so far away now.
Koifa wasn't even close enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, so far DC still maintaining a very strong lead. Uh-oh. Bolo gonna bully Stan away from the bounty rune.
So one curious thing I want to see Boba answer this game is whether you max sprint now by 7. That seems to be the way to go, especially if you're moving around a lot. Double ganger, the crush is going to hit the rear one on the left side here. Looks like Stan King's going to give up his life just to ensure that his carry makes it away.
That still definitely hurts.
Yep.
Quite a bit. Mason's going to be...
Do you feel like Mason should have scythed him just for the extra 10 second, or it's not really worth it on support?
I feel like he should have, personally.
Maybe he just lost vision in the trees.
Yeah, probably.
It didn't seem like he was really trying to, though. They're sleeping. You got to wake them up. There you go.
No, he knows.
Yeah. I just find it funny seeing the little Z's. Take me back to like 10 years ago.
Well, so far, DC are going to maintain their lead. And then I think, honestly, this is why I like their draft a little more, because even if they were breaking even and not being ahead, I think their lineup just fights a lot better early on. And then they have like a much larger window to build themselves up a lead. But
yeah, also the very scary thing is that this is a really hard lineup to play against if you're in the position of VGJ, right? Think about the mid game. You can't ever go anywhere alone because you could get jumped by the Storm Spirit, the Prophet could TP in. Like even in some of the tankiest heroes like Dragon Knight or Undying, they would just get picked off, especially if the Necro's nearby. So I definitely could see where you're coming from, favoring the DC draft.
And like you said, even the tanky heroes, there's always an answer for them. You have Arctic Burn that just cuts by percentage, as well as a Sword Art to reduce the armor of DK. So going to be difficult for him to stay alive. Gets caught out. And Boba is just collecting rune after rune.
I mean, that's, I think, one of the reason why we saw Slaughter being played more and more as a 4. Players figure out, wait, you know, as a 4, it's all about getting them bounty. And now it's so close to each other. Much easier for the Slaughter to pick up more.
Well, if you look at the net worth, despite the start that DK had, he's still doing very well for himself. Top net worth is going to be the Necrophos for now. DC with a 2k lead. Stan, unfortunately, doesn't really have much. But they are going to smoke right now. Where are they going to go with this one? They took a wall at level 7 as well. Trying to wrap around mid, it seems.
Yeah, they changed how this... I mean, it makes mid much easier to gank now, being the fact that tower's, you know, on the left side. They'll come around, they'll find one. Slaughter's going to come in with a crush. We'll get off the stun. Demon now flies. He could actually get off the cliff on the right side. He does. And now they're going to turn around the fight. VGJ perhaps overstaying their welcome. On the backside, they will lose the Rasta. Tower is going to be defended. It looks like Darkseer is going to be going down as well. The wall gets dropped. They do get the 1 kill. Reaper's Scythe cleans up. And now on the right side, great Sprout. That's going to be 1 more kill going towards the side of Digital Chaos. 3 for 1. Wait.
Oh, wait.
Is he going to just walk away?
Oh, he got another 2-man decay.
Sprout.
Okay, now he's dead.
Yeah. So 3 kills. They also defend the tower. And all they lost was... Did it lose anybody? I think they might have lost Slaughter. Teamfight recap, thank you. They lost Slaughter, yeah, for 3. And they defend, more importantly, the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, not looking good for VGJ right now. And the thing, I mean, the thing is, even if they... What, Bulma just stunned the floor. Alright. Anyways.
And we're seeing the issue with the draft in that last gank, right? You were mentioning towards the end of the draft, they really didn't have Disable. They went in with the Rasa, and that's on a 5-position Winter Wyvern they couldn't even kill.
Yeah.
So that was...
I mean, unfortunately for them, the positioning just didn't seem to be there. It was like almost a full duration shackle, but no one was even close.
Yeah.
And I think this lineup really revolves around, or really needs DK to have a good start, but they're not really providing him the resources he needs to get that good start right now.
Oh, he might actually die on the mid lane. Boba invised up.
He has 2 heroes behind him, though. This might be what they need.
Okay. And more importantly, Reaper Scythe is on cooldown as well. Here comes the crush on the left side. Wrath of Nature is going to come out as well. All right, just heroes repositioning themselves. But again, more importantly, the tier 1 tower gets protected. The fact that they are keeping up these tier 1s against a Shadow Shaman and Dragon Knight, it's pretty impressive.
Well, Korkfa, he's got his bottle as well as Arcane. Up to 2,000 gold. Looks like we're going to be seeing a Bloodstone first. The new Bloodstone change actually really slows down his farm, though. Soul Ring just...
was so good, right?
Provides you so much, yeah.
Radiant's top tower.
Well, Perseverance is also not like, you know, the worst.
It's no Soul Ring, I can tell you that much.
It makes Bloodstone a better kind of item for the side lane, where you could actually buy it from the secret shops.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, instead we're going to see Digital Chaos sieging the tier 1s now. And they'll get it cleanly.
Yeah, I think MSS and Mason are just a little too farmed. All the cores on the DC side, just too much for the VGJ side to handle.
Yep.
They just don't have any way to kill them right now.
Dire's bottom tower.
Well, Demon and Boba are going to go for a smoke right now. Oh, and to answer your question, Boba took level 3 in the crush.
Yeah, instead of
Oh,
Sprint
they
Max.
caught out Snake King, but where's Nature's Prophet? Oh, he used Surge to run up there.
Yep, and he is
Yeah, he's
going to
dead.
go down. Sprout, he cuts out of it, but the last right click with the Corrosive Haze, enough to take down the Darkseer.
MSS getting very close to it.
Ooh, they see the Rasa as well, and he's going to get found. Corrosive Haze is going to get applied. Is there TP coming out from the Prophet? Looks like not, and no bashes either, of course, because it's not skilled just yet. Winter Scourge not being spent for that TP cancel, maybe out of range.
Yeah, I think it was out of range. There's not much reason to hold on to it right now because VGJ are in this position where they really shouldn't be fighting, and I think they know that they shouldn't be fighting either. So they're just going to be avoiding fights.
What do you think about the 2 wards being put on the bottom lane by Boba? 2, back to back. Seems like a lot of commitment for that 1 tower. VGJ now sieging the mid tower for the 3rd time. Do not have the Serpent ward for this one.
I think to be fair, it's gonna get them a lot, right? These 2 wards. It just kind of denies them entry into farming this lane. Also protects someone from getting ganked when they're just shoving out this lane, like what Mason's doing right now.
Wyvern on the top lane, getting found by Demons. Demons trying to get off the cliff, and he's off. All right. Is he?
He's gonna get caught anyway. So
I mean, what? Space created, time wasted.
3. And then in the mid lane,
now we debated. Okay, he's still alive.
Still alive. Okay,
right.
He's finally.
That's fine, dude.
Some classic demon right there.
Structures are fortified.
That tier 2 on the bottom has been being hit all this time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually going to get brought down by Necro, just kind of pushing by himself.
I mean, it's like you said, everyone was chasing Demon, and while that was happening, they killed off DK in the mid lane, and Mason is just uncontested, just constantly pushing this bottom lane. And
dude. One thing I was thinking whether we're going to see is whether Glyph is going to get used at minute 1. Right? In the mid lane, right? You just deny them 1 creep by glyphing. I'm not even joking, because you don't need Glyph till much later, don't you?
Just to deny 1 creep?
Yeah. That might be like the standard norm. Or you think I'm just like onto something crazy?
It's 5 minute long, and you're against.
But when do you glyph normally in a normal game?
I mean, the thing is, you're against heroes that can easily take your towers by then. So if you glyph at minute 1, it's gonna come up at 6 minutes. You'll probably have.
This game it didn't matter, right? This game I don't think glyph was needed or used.
That I wouldn't remember.
Okay.
Boba about to finish his Blink Dagger, gonna be a big pickup here. Flea still dancing in the trees. Going for the 3-0-4 build.
Okay. No point into Soul Rip seems interesting, especially it'll be really nice against a hero like Necro in particular.
I mean, they buffed it too, right? Didn't it?
I don't think they buffed it, but here comes a Surge. Dragon Tail's going to be the defensive force out, bring him out, but here comes the Wyvern. Wyvern, great curse, locking multiple heroes down on the back line. PL comes in, can't kill the Necro, but now goes for the Wyvern. Wyvern will die in the tree line. They have Shackle on the front as well. The wall gets dropped. No, everybody's still alive. Stormsphere will zip on the right. Wyvern's running away from the left side. Francis Lee will get Sprout out. He's trying to pour it out. Great scythe as well as a stun to bring him down. Again, 1-for-1 trade. Tower defended for Digital Chaos. No bash here. And VGJ Storm just blunted again on the offense.
But Ritsu has no TP. He's stuck here.
You could. No jump out of trees. So what went wrong in that team fight?
I don't think anything really went wrong. Both sides basically dumped everything, but no one really had the damage to follow up.
Well, maybe you could make the argument that VGJ just went for Necro, right? Under his tower.
Yeah,
that might be a mistake.
I think after you see the Force Staff, you shouldn't commit.
Yeah.
I think if they stun him before the Force Staff, you might have a chance, but after that, probably shouldn't commit. I think VGJ are definitely happy that they managed to trade 1-for-1 without losing anything else.
By the way, that courier is completely stranded up there. The shield has been used as well.
What was it coming up here for?
Ritsu
already found the way out. Oh, but Ritsu, he's in a lot of trouble right now.
He's got the shrine. Can he survive long enough? Apparently not.
No. Not with the shrine nerf.
Well, he was orchided, so he didn't jump away either. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely not happening. And they're going to go for Roshan, I believe.
Turns out Slardar still good against Roche.
Yeah, nothing new. This is going to be a very big pickup for DC right now because Koikwa finished the Bloodstone before the engagement happened, picked up 2 charges for himself. It starts at 14 now.
Oh,
right?
wait, there's Invis Room, and they don't actually have any detection because you don't expect Invis Hero. But now Storm jumps out on the left side, finds a free pick. All right, Tombstone's going to get picked as well. But 747 or Ryoya.
Oh, this is going to be great.
They shouldn't just... It's Invis.
They're doing it so slowly.
Yeah, they're doing it so slowly. His Invis is going to run out before.
He has to commit. You have to just commit.
Well, I think his teammates shouldn't just come, right? Just... Oh god, it's running now. He's gonna have to click it, and he snatch it! But he's dead twice.
No, his team is coming in.
Okay, the wall's gonna get dropped, the H is gonna get triggered, everyone's gonna just retreat. The land's gonna get dropped out. Yeah, that's just a clean Aegis steal. Did he get the last one on that one, or
No,
it was just a snatch?
Dire killed it.
Okay.
So would have been great if he got it.
Yeah, not completely a disaster for Digital Chaos, but what a lucky misrune
Yeah.
for the Dragonite.
That would have been very problematic for them if he didn't make that play, because you would have been dealing with a storm with an Aegis and 18 Bloodstone charges. It's just too much for them to deal with right now, considering how far behind they are.
So let's actually talk about Dragonite's item choice. Went for a Mask of Madness. Any thoughts on that one?
I think he's just trying to farm his way back into this game right now. I think this is fine.
Okay.
Just gotta farm.
I just feel that if you get Mask of Madness, it really delays what I think he was picked for, which is a good lockdown against the Storm in the mid game. I feel like something like Shadow Blade, Blink Dagger, yeah, something like that.
Oh, mid lane, he's gonna get caught out here.
Well, Reaper Side's gonna come through, and that's gonna be a clean kill. Rasta gonna get found as well. 2 kills, and now transitioning into a tower push. DC is rolling away with this game right now.
And this is kind of how the heroes work, you know. You have great catch with the Storm as well as the Nature's Prophet and the Slardar. At any point when you show yourself and you give too much information away, you're gonna get caught out. And if your team crumbles at all, DC is just gonna run you over, right? And Quake for up to 20 charges is not looking any easier right now.
Is there going to be any point in this game, as there is an Orchid? Well, that TP might have been a little bit too soon. Did they find the real one? Sprout coming in. Good micro so far. Microing the fake one away. The real one's still right-clicking. Now the real one gets found on the left side. They jump him. He's silenced. He's crushed, and he is going to go down. Ritsu.
All right, that was really funny to watch.
Some good micro coming out from the Phantom Lancer, but...
He tried to fake him out like 4 times, but MSS, he was patient. He held on to it, and he orchided the correct one.
So before that engagement, I was going to ask you, what is the point where PL could maybe turn this game around, being the strongest here on the map? Or is that not even going to be a thing in this game?
I feel like that can't possibly be a thing at this point, right? I mean, you look at Necro's items, he's got the Radiance, right? So have 1 pulse and having the Radiance burn is pretty much single-handedly going to kill all the illusions at this point, because all he's got is an ultimate orb, right?
Okay.
And even if you go on to the later stages, you have Splinter Blast, you have Wrath of Nature. Probably not as reliable, but Nature's Blast is very, very reliable, and Storm Spirit, the Remnants, more than enough damage. He's going to pick up Boots of Travel.
Okay.
Extremely snowbally build, but I think it's a good decision here.
Well, I think he's so high in the Bloodstone charges that... Oh. Alright. They found Prophet.
I was just like kind of talking. What was he there for? Was he trying to snipe her?
I think he was trying to ward. Notice that there's a sentry in the base. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, but there must have been a reason why he went there, right? Was it a snipe career?
Maybe.
Probably. I mean, that's a big kill. Going towards the DK. 759 gold. And they're gonna smoke out. But it breaks.
Ooh, that's going to be a 3-man crush if Boba jumps right. He doesn't have the vision. He finds the one on the left side. Where's the Storm's damage going to be outputted? It's going to be in the middle. Vacuum Wall's going to be there. Shripper Ward's going to get dropped as well. The Scythe, though, kills the Dragonite. That's going to be the frontline tank. But they're going to get on the right side. Yes, they will. They will get the Necro. So far, 2 for 1 engagement. Prophet wasn't in that fight at all. So, despite actually using the smoke, Digital Chaos didn't have that extra 1,000 night vision on the Slaughter yet, so they couldn't actually see and then get that initiation off.
That was a big win for VGJ right there. 1,400 gold and about 1,800 EXP, 1,900 EXP. Very nicely done, taking advantage of the fact that Nature's Prophet was dead, but gonna find another pick off. Bottom lane, Koifa to 22 now.
Yep. So you were talking about the BOTs. I really like it when you're winning this hard because you have so much Bloodstone charge. If they ever kill you, you insta respawn, you port back in.
Oh yeah.
And there's no way to kill you twice, right? So you just always ensure you win a team fight.
I definitely like this pickup, especially since he feels like he doesn't really need the damage. The rest of his team is more than enough damage considering how farmed they are. It was just a little unfortunate on their end. I think they got a little too careless, not having the Nature's Prophet.
Also, because normally when a Storm is doing this well, you transition into an Orchid, to keep killing people. But he's got a Prophet on his team that has the Orchid, so I think this is one of those rare games that you can go for the BOT second, and you know, it's great.
He definitely still goes back into Orchid now, right? I feel like you definitely should.
Okay.
I mean, it's just such a good item on him.
I mean, you know what the new Orchid is?
Is it a Kaya?
The Nullifier.
That's no Kaya.
It also blocks items, right? So, you know, they can't... Like, against a Manta PL, Orchid is not as good against a Manta PL compared to a Nullifier.
That is true.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't give you the good stats as an Orchid does.
Bottom lane, though.
Found
Can
Mason,
they kill
by
Mason?
himself. Here comes the Slaughter Crush, but he's taking a ton of the damage. Stormster comes in, the Reaper side. He gets a Scythe kill, and they do get the 1-for-1 trade. On the left side, Stormster jumps back out. He collects a charge and TP out from MSS as well. Cursed on the backside, trying to get some TP out. And I do believe that DC could just retreat very nicely. They might lose the Wyvern. They will lose the Wyvern.
Oh, he almost made it, actually.
So another 2-for-1. That's not so bad.
That's really good.
Considering that you're so far behind.
I mean, they're behind 10,000 gold, so every time this happens, you know, they get a big chunk of gold from it. 1,100 this time, 2,300 EXP. I mean...
And they're killing the key hero, right? You're not trading like 2 random supports. They're killing the Necro, which is,
right,
you know, stunting his growth. But is killing the Necro enough? Because the way I see it, Koifa on this Stormster is just gonna be insane this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. He's almost level 18, holding on to 4,000 gold. Yeah, it's going to be straight up Orchid.
Against Manta PL? I don't know, man.
There's no way you get Nullifier. Have you seen what that item does?
It gives you a lot of right-click damage.
It gives it does like nothing in terms of stat-wise.
Sure.
Oh, and Courier Snipe. That one's got to hurt. Nature's Prophet going to be going for Silver Edge next.
But that shield, though.
I missed a burst. I feel like burst is much better. I don't like the shield change.
Well, they increase the courier's like speed, period.
I don't think it makes up for the lack of burst.
I don't know. You get to places faster.
You know how you get to places even faster? Burst.
It's like you know, you have a car, right? Do you want a turbo mode, or do you just want your car to go faster?
That is such an awful comparison because it's not even. That's like...
All right, so you have a Mercedes-Benz, right? Do you want your car to just go faster, or do you want to just go faster a tiny bit? I think you just want your car to go faster.
That is such a difference in distance, though. It's like you're just going... Do you want a car that can instantly go to 7-Eleven? Or a car that can drive faster so you get there slower, but overall you can go faster? All right,
overall, I want to go faster.
Oh, top lane. Gonna find Dragonite again.
Yep.
Storm Spirit. 24
now he's got a BKB.
This I think this is where VGJ have to try to.
This is where Nullifier is. I'm not gonna drop on the Nullifier point.
Bottom lane.
Yep. Finds a crush here onto the Darkseer. Darkseer puts himself a Lotus Orb, but I think he's gonna just get Scythe regardless. He survived against a Scythe. They will find the kill, not getting the bonus. But still, pretty good. And now Stormster finds himself Shadow Shaman. He's going to jump in. Thought about it.
He thought about it. He canceled it.
Too low mana.
I think he might have been able to do it, but it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
And
look at that bottle regen on the Stormster. Whenever he pops a bottle, he gets a plus 106 mana regen. And that's because each point of intelligence gives you 2% mana regen.
So you have 220 mana regen right now.
Yep. That's insane.
That is insane.
When you pop the bottle. So that's where Orchid is better than the Nullifier, because you know, it gives you so much more mana.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look. He's gonna bottle. Is he gonna use it for mana? No, he's not.
Oh, he is. Look
at
that regen, dude.
106.
Bottle, insane on in heroes. Also insane on strength heroes. Basically, if you got a ton of stats, just good.
Double damage now, and he's also level 20 very shortly. He's got a hammer queued up. Gonna have to assume that it's going to be a BKB. I think once Storm has BKB, there really is no longer much of an answer for him, because you have to lock him down with either Dragon Tail or Rasta.
Comes down to Koifa's reaction. Dragon Tail, especially if it's a Blink Dragon Tail, could maybe still get him.
But the thing is, he also has a way for his team to save him. You know? You can counter initiate with a Winter's Curse to buy him time, Blink Stun, Force Staff on the Necrophos.
Alright, Dire scans Roche, but Radiant was just passing by, so...
They're gonna have to run already. Oh, are they gonna be able to jump snaking?
They did have vision a little bit towards south of it. Roshan not spawning just yet. That is a regen rune.
Oh, here we go. New regen rune. What is it? 6%?
6%. Yeah.
Okay.
Storm Spirit, long jump, coming in for
it's
Shaman.
2.
Shaman might just die to the Orchid. Yeah, they'll finish it off. That's 2 kills, 2 more Bloodstone charge. They will find the Darkseer on the right side. All right, slowly regenning. They need a Scythe on 747. There's a Lotus Orb on him. Crush. Turning around the amp, 747 pops a BKB, and this is the comeback, hopefully, potentially, that you're talking about, but he's controlled in the Sprout. He's still hitting very hard. He's still standing around. Can they turn around and Scythe him now? No, it's going to be a quick control. The Scythe comes in, they get the PL kill, and right now, I mean, even with the activation of the BKB, they're just not doing enough damage to make that BKB worth, you know?
But he's not the one who's doing the damage. The problem right now is that
the PL's
the PL does damage, but he can't get into these fights. It's just too hard for him. He doesn't have enough to survive the amount of AoE clear there is. So without illusions, you're very, very vulnerable. Well, we're going to see another Aegis pickup. Mason also going to have the cheese. Not going to have an Invis DK standing on top of your Roshan this time, so...
So, can you talk about the PL? Because we're seeing a ton of trouble with that hero. Is it the way that he was drafted, 4th pick, and DC kind of just responded to it very nicely? Is it the way it's played and itemized?
I just think he just had the whole... I think the hero only does well if you're not, like, super far behind. It's not one of those... Yeah, which they are. Like, you know, you take a hero like Sven, for example. Even if you're behind, as long as you have, you know, a way to not die instantly... As Sven, you'll be able to do damage just because of how the hero works, right? But Phantom Lancer, not exactly the same. You do need to have farm and levels on this hero in order to stand and fight in these team fights, which isn't the case here.
So maybe just not a good pick against DC in particular because they're generally so strong in the first 20 minutes.
You could probably look at it like that. I just think the draft as a whole maybe felt a little greedy. Which is really surprising, right? When you have heroes like Darkseer and Undying, these heroes usually...
Oh, that's a 4-man crush. Here comes a follow from the Storm Spirit, and the BKB gets activated as well. That's Curse. Vacuum's going to come in there. No wall to follow up there, and now it's going to be VGJ Storm on the run. Storm Spirit just having a field day on the back line. MSS very low. They do take down the Prophet, and they do control the Storm Spirit, but he's got Aegis. The question is, can you kill him a second time? Team fights starting to look pretty okay. The side's going to come in on the back line, and 747 going to get control. Now there's a BKB usage, and they will just kind of retreat and reset. That wasn't so bad for VGJ Storm, considering that was the Aegis fight for the Storm Spirit.
Oh, definitely. That was surprisingly good, considering they're behind 20,000 gold as well.
When I saw the 4-man crush, I was like, oh,
it's over.
That was a fight, but then you kind of realize, wait, the team wasn't really there to take advantage of the 4-man crush. There's a 2-man crush. Fight not over just yet.
Yeah, the thing about that crush was that only Storm was able to keep up.
Right. Well, this tier 3 though is gonna go down. Double siege unit. They do respawn much earlier in the game now. I believe change from 40 minutes to 30 minutes. So we will see the game length go shorter overall.
Did Kortfoot get another item? No, he didn't. Going to see a Glimmer Cape coming out for the Winter Wyvern. It's going to help a lot in terms of dealing with some of this magic damage.
Alright, you know what's going to happen this game, right?
What is it?
DC's going to be winning. They take the 3rd Roche. In comes VGJ. They win a fight at the Roche. They take the Refresher Shard. They put it on Stan King. He gets an axe, and he just like thrones you.
And the game ends.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm just gonna call it out.
That'd be cool to see, but I don't really think that'll happen here.
Okay, well, I mean, they got Darkseer. That's a good team fight here at the Roshan pit. We'll see.
Oh, they want to go. Oh, okay, I like this.
Or they could just lose here. We'll see.
No. This is good. I like this.
That's an illusion. Don't jump on an illusion. They surge. They see Demon. Demon gonna get stunned up, and there's no way he's gonna protect himself. Stormseer says, "Yeah, you're on your own. We're out." But Demon tanking a smoke gank against 5. That's.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean,
worth it for who?
For VGJ.
Okay, just getting the kill.
They're behind 24,000 gold.
That's fair.
One kill gave them 1,000 gold net swing, net worth swing, and 2,400 XP. Oh, a huge zip coming in. Uh-oh.
And Francis Lee does have the mech for himself. He even drops a tombstone. Wait, okay. Koifa does not matter.
Is,
the
not
BKBs are just everybody's golden team fight. But on the back line, they might get themselves MSS. Koifa forced to jump out. It's a 2-for-1 trade.
All the disables are gone right now, though.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the end of it.
By the way, before this fight, Dragon Knight did pick up a Blink Dagger, which I think is when you saw the BKB, you said the beginning of the comeback. But I really think this is the item to come back, because you got to pick off some key heroes, whether that's Necro or the Storm.
I think it's so hard to say. I don't think it's enough right now. Like, if they were behind 10,000 gold, maybe. But they're behind 23,000 gold. I don't know if a Blink Dagger is going to be your saving grace. But despite that, getting a kill. Oh, they find out Ritsu. Are they gonna be able to get this kill?
Put a Lotus on him. Vacuum's gonna be there, but no double gang can jump out. The curse, just allowing the team to circle around him.
Really hurts.
Reaper Scythe way too early, but he forced after low ground. Storm says, "I'll clean things up, no problem." Rasa comes in. Oh no, not like this tanking. No Storm, is he gonna jump more? No, he's gonna play it safe.
No, it's too risky. If he gets shackled, there's a chance that he might die. It's not worth the risk.
34 Bloodstone charge.
It just means you lose that much more when you die.
That's true.
Oh, zip in bottom lane, Stand King. What can you do? See, you were talking about.
All right, they're up 30k. Come on, calm down here.
25k net worth lead, 30 minutes. This is looking like it's going to be one more team fight in VGJ. But this is kind of why I like drafting the big follow-up for the vacuum. Because
you have a chance to come back
exactly.
in a situation like this. Right now we're seeing this Darkseer, and he's getting some good items, but it's ultimately not really impacting the game.
I mean, I would have been kind of happy if I saw, like, PL with the Ags.
Okay.
maybe it'll do something.
Vacuum blast. They drop one Remnant, now the PL dies. I don't know.
So Snake King buys back, and the entire DC team just run away, leaving their base in shambles. It took one melee and
another tier 3.
Another tier 3, and this one's about to go down, the top one as well. Scepter on Necrophos.
Not something you see too often.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you like to you only see him with a different type of build. I think it'd be really good for him to have. Do you think he needs more to survive with? I feel like he's tanky enough now. He did go down a couple of times, but I was wondering if BKB would have been necessary.
I mean, the axe gives him a bunch of extra HP, so.
That's true, but it's not a BKB.
He's also got cheese. I think he's fine. Like,
I mean, he's definitely fine right now.
His Wyvern has Cold Embrace and a Glimmer Cape.
Oh. Crush, and he's just going to run away.
Can we take this moment and check in some talents?
Check some talents. What talents would you like to see?
I don't know. Whatever you want to talk about, because I don't have a PC.
Unfortunate.
I mean, I do, but I couldn't.
I mean, there's nothing too major, I believe. Looking at VGJ side, nothing exactly. Tombstone on Death for the Undying. He knows what's up. Okay. I like this one. This one's really cool. And then you take the. Do you take the 30 damage, or do you take the Tombstone attacks? I'm pretty sure the damage is better, right?
I think you want +3 attack for your Tombstone to survive. That's more of like the defensive we are losing kind of situation.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Oh, we see a chase down mid. Are they going to find the heroes that they need to? Doesn't look like it. Well, Boba has quite a few items for Slardar. Blink Dagger, BKB, as well as Shadow Blade.
Ooh, so Vessel on the
Wyvern?
On the Wyvern, yeah. So what Soul Vessel does is that it really amplifies what your other regen does. So if you Soul Vessel and you Cold Embrace them, bruh, that is full regen, one skill, one item.
But you need charges.
Yep. you know, help Storm. Having a Storm on your team would help you get charges. Who now has
I
the
mean, you know
Scythe.
what else helps you get charges?
Oh, he's got the 25 talent. He's gonna leave a
Yeah, just wait for it.
Storm droppings.
So I'm gonna leave it like this.
Yeah.
And here we go. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Your Storm player will now like calculate 500 distances when they're head. They will jump in just
I think so.
just the right amount to leave a remnant on top.
Yeah, why not? It's legit.
That's how it's pretty hard, you know, when it's long jumps. See, he didn't do it right there. I think he wanted to have a remnant.
No, I
In the
think
pit.
he was just checking Roshan. Look at that.
Yeah, just remnants.
It's just vision, dude. It's free vision. So easy. Look at all the.
He's having so much fun. You could just tell. He's like, I would just want to leave some remnant.
I mean, it is hilarious.
Yeah. All right, Roche check. It's up. All right, here comes a refresher shark. Come back.
All right.
You feel me?
If DC get it, what happens? Do you give it to your Wyvern for double ulti?
Double soul vessel back to back.
Or do you give it to your Necro so that he can Reapers twice?
I think, and here's like a dumb idea, but like maybe giving to Boba so he can like double crush back to back.
I mean, that's not that bad of an idea. But
Double Wrath of Nature also sounds pretty sweet, but here we go.
no, that sounds awful.
All right, smokes. Don't hit each other.
Well, they literally just went behind each
Okay,
other.
here comes the come back. This,
I think this game.
the Slaughter, no. The Slaughter, no. Oh, he walks up the hill and he's gonna get
Oh,
crushed and
that's
he's gonna
not
get
good.
jumped and that's your team fight
Look
hero.
at that Soul Vessel.
Soul Vessel, not going to be enough here. They curse on the back line here. Roshan not even close to being done. They even drop the Serpent Wards. Dragonite golden up, trying to right click on people, and he's actually not doing enough damage to kill anybody. Shaman's going to go down the back lines. This Stormsir is going to win this game without dying after the Bloodstone pickup. That's going to be insane.
He didn't use his double damage.
Oh, they found him. They don't need a double damage, man. Oh, there's a GG.
I mean, it's kind of expected at this point, right? I mean, how can you fight against a 35,000 net worth lead? It was just too much.
How many Bloodstone charges towards the end for the
I think it
Stormsir?
was like 37.
37?
I don't actually remember. I'm making up numbers. I just know it's past 35.
Past 35. Okay.
Wait,